The 7-8 Minnesota Vikings travel to Green Bay. The 12-3 Packers have the best record in the National Football League. They just find ways to win, even though if they don't look pretty. A 24-20 win over Cleveland in their last game. And as usual, the Minnesota Vikings lost another one-score game. They lost 30-23 against the Rams. You look at this game offensively. When we talk about Minnesota, we talk about Kirk Cousins, all the things that he does. He's got great numbers. It's not his fault. But when you continue to lose one-score games like this team has under Mike Zimmer, something has to give. Their defense hasn't played well this year. They're 28th in total defense, 28 in run, 28 in pass. They're not getting it done there. If Dalvin Cook plays, he's the key to this engine. When he plays, they usually win games because this guy can move the rock. He gets yak yards after contact, moving the football. Last week he didn't play. He was out last week, but hopefully he'll be back in this game. This should be one of those games that going to Green Bay should give them a heck of a challenge. Green Bay is favored by less than a touchdown and 6.5 points in this game. Aaron Jones left the game with an injury last week. Aaron Rodgers has been playing with the toe, but Aaron Rodgers has been playing every single week. And who'd have thought at the beginning of the season, Coach, with all the distractions, Aaron Rodgers and all his issues that he didn't want to come back and want to be traded, wanted more money. Then they go down to New Orleans and get waxed the first game, that they would come back and end up winning 12 out of the next 14 games.
Well, I tell you what, let's look at Minnesota. You know, everybody says, well, Kirk Cousins can't win. Hey, Marv, he's thrown for almost 4,000 yards, 30 touchdowns, only 7 interceptions. Delvin Cook has rushed for over 1,000 yards, 6 touchdowns. Jefferson, 97 receptions, almost 1,500 yards, 9 touchdowns. Offensively, they're very good. That's why they're averaging 25.6 points per game. But their defensive problem, they're giving up 24.8 points per ball game. So if the defense were to eliminate one touchdown that they're giving up, the Vikings would be a much better football team. And the Vikings did beat Green Bay at home last time they played. Now, I don't know what in the world you can say about Aaron Rodgers. I've listened to everything, but you watch him week after week, Mark, throwing off balance, the perfect spiral, the short windows that almost are closed. He finds a way to get the ball there. And you know, what can you say about Adams, the wide receiver? You know, here's a guy, 106 receptions, 1,362 yards, 10 touchdowns. What a great combination those two are. And the Green Bay Packers have 3 linebackers out. They did lose to Minnesota 34-31 6 weeks ago. But I think the Green Bay Packers are fighting for their number 1 ranking. If they win out, then I think that they will keep at number 1. If they lose one football game, I think the Dallas Cowboys have an easier road to remain or to be in number 1 because they just have the Cardinals, and then I think they have the Giants at home. Whereas this is a big game for the Packers. I think the Packers find a way to win this football game. Their defense only giving up 21.6 points per ball game, which is very impressive, Mark. I look for Green Bay to win this game 31-24, another one-score loss for the Vikings.
You know, it's a 6.5 point number. I'm just impressed with what the front office led by Mark Murphy has done with this football team. The players that they have there, they don't get a lot of free agents because it's a small television market. But what they've been able to do is the players that they get, they develop them extremely well, particularly in the offensive line when you can go down to second and third team tackles and still compete and win games. And you've got the best record in the NFL. Green Bay just finds a way to win. It was ugly against Cleveland last week. Yeah, the defense got 4 interceptions on Baker Mayfield last week. It was a close football game. It went down to the wire. But the Green Bay Packers playing at home, playing in the elements instead of in a dome like Minnesota, will hope for bad weather, and they will win this game. They'll fight those guys to their claw, but Green Bay will win this game. It'll be a one score, but they will cover. I've got Green Bay winning 31-23.
Well, that's very close. I had 31-24. But here's the thing about Green Bay, Mark. The culture of that team is very special. And I think it might go back to the fact the Green Bay Packers are owned by the fans. I mean, you had Lambeau leap, up in there. It's their team. And when they go there, you feel an obligation to somebody other than yourself. It's a very unselfish football team. And I agree with you, Mark. After all the problems they had in the offseason with Aaron Rodgers, Dwight Adams, they're getting spanked by the Saints in their opening ball game and come back and be playing as well as they are. That is really a tribute to the Green Bay culture. But let's give their head coach an awful lot of credit. He has really done a great job.
I'll tell you what, Matt LaFleur in his 3rd year, that guy is 40-11 thus far. I mean, that's incredible for a guy that never been a head coach, particularly in the NFL at all, and what he's been able to cultivate with that program to keep those guys going in the right direction.
I agree with you. Let's see how many wins without Aaron Rodgers and Dwight Adams.
Yeah. That's going to be a tough one.
Yeah.